heading into this second dance against this opponent?
The mindset going into this fight is pretty spot on. I mean, there's lots of history going into this fight, but ultimately it's just another fight at the same time. So I just got to focus on protecting myself at all times and making sure that I'm performing my best. And when I do my best, I am the best.
Certainly. The first fight was back in 2014, and you were already such an accomplished grappler in Invicta. And right after that, you submitted Paige, Angela, and Michelle Waterson. I wanted to ask, since those days, has grappling remained a big part and a big focus of yours? Because that's where Carla's going to take this fight, you'd have to think.
MMA is my focus. You know, obviously, Carla brings a, particular skill set to the table, obviously, but she's a mixed martial artist as well. So I am prepared for her punches, her kicks, her elbows, knees, grappling techniques, wrestling techniques, jiu-jitsu, all of that stuff. So, there's certain positional things that, I've had to get better, in my own game, and just certain tendencies that I've had to sort of clean up. But that's always the case. You isolate little spots that you need to get better at and stuff. So I've been doing that, but ultimately, like, I'm a mixed martial artist. So regardless of, I know that a big part of her game plan is to try to take me down, but she has to, in order for her to do that, she's, gotta strike first. She's gotta be in striking range. So, ultimately, and even, whether or not I take her down or she takes me down, there's still fighting going on after that. So it's not just like, one style of fight.
You've actually never lost a rematch. Even with Jessica and Tisha, you came back to win the rematch after losing the first fight. What do you put that down to? Is it because you learned so much about your opponent in the first outing?
I learned from my mistakes. I know how to process things that happen to me. I know how to, I'm a true champion, so I know how to roll with the punches, figuratively and literally. So I know how to adapt and adjust, and really it's all about learning from your mistakes. And then, you just keep working hard until you can, get an opportunity like this, and eventually, you can get a second chance.
Considering the stylistic matchup, Rose, how do you predict you're going to defeat Carla Esparza this weekend?
My game plan is the same going into every fight. Punch them in their face, take their back, and choke them out. And with Carla, it's the same.
Well, we can't wait to see it this weekend at UFC 274. Rose, thank you so much for your time here on Fox Sports Australia. We wish you all the best this weekend.
Thank you so much.
There she was, Thug Rose. Alex Volkanovski, what are your thoughts on Rose Namajunas?
She's awesome, man. You gotta love her, Rose. And she can fight. She really can. I know she has a loss to Carla, but I mean, her footwork and just she's never out of position. She's always getting her opponent out of position. I find it's going to be very hard to get her down and get her submitted like it happened last time. So, again, she's awesome. I'm happy for her. I'm sure Carla's a cool chick too, but I just love her, Rose. She's so cool.
Yeah, it's not comparable, the two different Roses. The Rose that lost compared to today is a completely different beast. Yeah. I feel like Rose has really come into herself. She has that moniker of thug for a reason, because she hits hard. She's thick, and she's good at what she does. I think she's a real powerhouse in that division right now. And especially since losing the belt and coming back, I feel like she's really come into herself mentally as well. And I really don't see anyone in that division coming close to her at the moment.
Well, Carla Esparza has defeated her, and she's really worked her way back into this position. What do you like about what you see from Carla?
Well, I mean, she's a gamer. You know what I mean? She's a wrestler. She's going to come forward. She's going to press, and she's going to do that. I just think that the footwork will outdo it, and then the scrambles are, I think Rosie's pretty good there as well. But I mean, look, we've seen crazy upsets. It's not like she can't get the job done. She's already done it. It's just, I find it very hard to see that just because of Rose's movement.
Yeah, the Rose of today, I don't see gets held down for 5 rounds. Because that's the only way I see Carla winning this fight, is to hold it down for 5 rounds or get a submission during that ground time. But Rose of today she hits hard. I feel like from when she fought Carla the first time to today, her power has gone through the roof. I think she's grown into her body a little bit more, and her technique has just really helped her just generate that power. She has some serious respect me power. And if there's anything to stop a wrestler, grappler from coming in, it's hitting them really, really hard, okay? Now, but let's also not forget, Rose is really crafty on the ground. She has a lot of submission wins. She is very versed at grappling. So, I just see, if I was a betting man, I would go for Rose Thug Newman. I'm not even going to try that.
We had some difficulty with Piotr Jan last time. Are we going to try Rose
There's just some
Namajunas?
names that my mouth just says, no, I'm not going to say that for you, mate.
Guys, I got to thank
Thug
you.
Rose, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, just call it Thug Rose. Thank you so much for your time here today at Fox Sports, gentlemen. And thank you at home for watching. Don't forget you can order UFC 274 at mainevent.com.au. Enjoy the fights. See you next time on Fight Week.